Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here we are again, a meeting in our course Modern Drama, and today inshallah we are going to have lecture number 4. Until now we've finished 1 introductory lecture and 3 lectures before this one. So this is lecture number 4 in our course Modern Drama, and we will start with the story in brief. The story of a doll's house. As you know that last time we got an idea about the significance of the titles, about some themes that are dealt with in that play, and today we are going to have an idea about the story in brief. So starting with, as we said, this play has 3 acts. Act 1, starting with Helmer's advice to Noura to be economical, and at the very beginning of a doll's house largely concerns Torvald Helmer, and he is a lawyer, and his manager, his wife Noura, they have been married for 8 or 9 years, as we said. So the 2 couples were married for 9 years, and they have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. So they have 2 boys and a girl. The play begins on Christmas Eve, when Noura has just returned home after having made some purchase in connection with the Christmas festivals. She has brought Christmas tree and some Christmas presents for her children, for the nurse and for the maid servant. So the very beginning we found Noura coming back from outside, buying some presents for the maids and for her family. Now Helmer asks her if she has spent a lot of money. Noura replies that they can afford to be a little extravagant at this Christmas because now that he has been appointed the manager of a bank. Now he got a new position, which is being the manager of a bank. He would be getting a fat salary. Helmer says that he is yet to take charge of the bank as its manager, and that the fat salary will start coming only 3 months after that. Now he then urges her to continue to be economical and spending money on household needs. At the same time, he gives her a little extra money for Christmas. From Helmer's manner of talking to Noura, we find that he is very fond of her, even though he tries to impose his own will upon her. He addresses her by such pet names as my little skylark and my little squirrel. We also find that he is a moralist. He advises his wife in a solemn manner never to borrow money and never to incur debts. He has also advised her not to eat macarons because sweets would spoil her teeth. However, Noura loves sweets and eats them secretly. A visit by Mrs. Christian Lindy. Christian Lindy, a friend of Noura's school days, now comes to see Noura. They have not met for many years. Noura receives her friend cordially, and from the dialogue which now ensues between them, we learn something about the past lives of both the women. So Mrs. Lindy, who is an old friend or a school friend, came to meet or to visit Noura. And why she is visiting her, this is what we are going to know. Now, Christine had been forced by circumstances to marry a man of wealth whom she did not love. So she married that man, although she did not love. She had found it necessary to marry him because her mother had at the time been bedridden and she had two younger brothers also to look after. However, her husband had died soon afterwards, as his business too had gone to pieces after his death. Christine had therefore been faced with great difficulty in maintaining herself, her mother, and her younger brothers. But now her mother is dead. So Lindy married an old man because her mother was seriously ill, was about to die, and at that time she has two brothers who were young and they needed money to continue their education. So Lindy sacrificed herself and married an old man because of his money, because of his wealth, in order to be able to afford her family, right? But now her mother is dead and her younger brothers are grown up and they can therefore look after themselves. Feeling lonely and having no purpose in life, Christine has come to this city in order to look for a job. Having been aware that Noura lives in the city, she has now come to see her in order to seek her help in getting a job. Noura promises to speak to her husband about Christine's need for a job. Money borrowed by Noura from Krogstad. Noura's own past life had not been very comfortable or happy either. 8 years ago, her husband had fallen critically ill and she had been forced to borrow money secretly and without telling her husband.